President Biden has been very clear that Vladimir Putin is responsible for the tragic death of Alexei Navalny.
Navalny's widow claims her husband was poisoned by or killed by Putin. President Biden said there will be consequences. What are we expecting? Navalny's death could bring an escalation of the conflict against Russia.
President Biden has been very clear that Vladimir Putin is responsible for the tragic death of Alexei Navalny. The U.S., along with a huge coalition, has put on the strongest sanctions that a developed economy has ever faced. At the same time, thanks to the support of Ukraine and the heroism of the people of Ukraine, they have degraded Russia's military capabilities.
Well, then let's talk about Ukraine. It's been 2 years since the beginning of Ukraine invasion, and some say the West is tired of helping Kiev, and the U.S. too.
Well, it's been 2 years since Russia's brutal and unjustified invasion of Ukraine. And it's been 10 years since Russia invaded Crimea and since Ukraine's own revolution of dignity. What we certainly know at this moment is that the people of Ukraine are heroic. They have fought so passionately. And from the beginning, there has been a significant coalition of support. President Biden has been clear that that support must continue. We all continue to stand with Ukraine.
Well, there's another war in the world. There's a lot of war, but another that took place beginning from October 7th and in the Middle East between Israel and Hamas. What do you think about what's happening in there? Asking Israel to cease fire is equal to helping Hamas, or is the only option to avoid a humanitarian catastrophe?
First of all, the humanitarian aid must continue. The hostages must be freed. Civilians must be protected. Israel has a right to defend itself, and we must continue to work toward the two-state solution.
This year is the year of U.S. presidential election, but also of European election. What are you expecting about next June European election? Are you worried about a supposed rise of far-right political parties? Or do you think?
Well, this will be a very interesting year for elections in the U.S., Europe, and elsewhere. We will be following these elections with great interest. But here's what I know for sure. The relationship between the U.S. and Italy will continue to be strong because we have such a strong foundation of support, of shared values between our countries and between our people.